Welcome into Water Break Wednesday, presented by Crown Royal. And my guest today, Jon Weeks. He's about to hit 200 consecutive games. And we thought, what better way to celebrate it than to grill you with fan questions,
I love
right?
it. Thanks for having me.
First of all, Lovie Smith talked about in his press conference today. And then afterwards, he walked out of the room and he said, man, 200. That's a lot. That's a lot of consecutive games,
It is
Jon
a lot,
Weeks.
yes.
Yeah.
Something
How do you feel about it?
Something I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
Like we had talked about earlier, you know, the job is about being consistent. And to say that I've been able to go 200 straight, I feel like it's been pretty consistent. So something I'm very proud of, but I'll be even more proud when we're able to pull out a W this weekend.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And congrats on the 200,
Thank
upcoming 200. Cannot wait to see it. And yes, consistency is definitely your middle name. Let's get into some fan questions, shall we?
Let's.
All right. Javi says, who were the players you looked up to as a kid?
Ooh, as a kid, so my family grew up on Long Island, both my parents, Long Island, New York. So I grew up a Met Jet fan. So I was a big Jet fan growing up. That was in the Chad Pennington, Curtis Martin days. So
Curtis Martin.
those guys I really liked to watch. I liked watching Wayne Corbett because Wayne Corbett kind of had the smaller slot receiver stigma. Being a smaller guy myself, I always, like to embrace that. So those three guys I enjoyed watching growing up as a kid.
All right. Were you ever watching long snappers growing up? Did you ever think?
Didn't. I didn't because I didn't get into long snapping until I was in high school.
Okay.
So once I got into long snapping, the snapper for the Baltimore Ravens, Joe Maese, he helped train me when I was younger. So I always looked up to him growing up.
All right. Ian says, how cool is Lovie?
Lovie's the coolest. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys
he really
all
is.
get to see how Lovie is and how he talks to everybody. And Lovie's just one of the great coaches, a great human being, and I really love playing for him.
He just is, like how he appears is how he interacts with people.
100%,
Is he
yeah.
different in the meeting rooms? I
No.
heard he cracks jokes and
He
stuff.
He does.
He cracks jokes
But
in the
I
media
mean,
too.
Lovie's exactly what you see is what you get, and I think that's what's so great about him.
Jordan wants to know who has the best football drip on the team. I feel like specialists never get any outfit love.
If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've been able to see my game day fits, which have been pretty on point this year, thanks to my guy Tom from Gents Playbook. But the DBs always got some pretty good drip. The linebackers do a good job this year. The locker room has got the room looks good. Travel days look good.
You've been around where, remember, guys used to wear like suits and ties. It was super formal. Then we got away from the jackets, and we went super casual. And we went shorts, and now we're kind of somewhere in the middle, like jacket, tennis shoes.
We're back to the suits.
Yeah.
We're back to the suits.
Still no tie.
Ties are optional,
ties
but
are
some guys put it together really nice with the tie, and I like how the locker room looks on game day.
You do. What's your game day style? Your personal style?
I am a three-piece suit guy. I don't know why, but I have to have the vest. I love the vest, so I like to rock a little three-piece suit on the travel days, and that's kind of what I go with.
You know what you need with that is one of those little watches on a chain.
That might finish the look. Oh
Maybe
yeah,
a
I know what
little
you're
hat
talking
with a
about.
feather.
Now
It's a
we're
whole
pushing
look.
it. I don't like that.
It's a whole vibe. Taylor says, what is your favorite sport besides football?
Growing up, I loved baseball. I did, but now it's going to have to be golf. I love to golf.
Okay.
My 5-year-old daughter loves to golf, so she likes to get me on the golf course. We like to get her swinging the golf clubs. A lot of guys on the team are avid golfers, so we get to get out there together during the off season and stuff like that. So I really do enjoy golfing. I'm not very good at it, but I like to get out there.
Tyler Marcotte, our producer, wants to know what your lowest score is.
I have broken 80 one time. I think, though, Tyler, it was on a short golf course, so it might not have been a truest breaking 80, but I've broken it once.
He says it counts.
All right.
He says it counts.
Then I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that one.
Well, in the off season, you're out in Arizona, which I imagine is just like a golfer's paradise.
It is. There's a golf course within every 5 to 10 miles of wherever direction you drive. So, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Kaimi or you, who's the better golfer?
Emi, hands down.
He's a really good.
Emi's a very
he's
good
a great
golfer.
athlete.
We have a lot of great golfers on the team. A lot of good golfers. Kyle Allen, I believe, is a good golfer. Davis has some potential to be a very good golfer. Emi's very good. I know a couple other guys are starting to really get the golfing itch. So we'll have some competition in the next couple of years. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and the locker room's got the ping pong table.
We do.
Emi's always killing it at that, but I never see you doing the ping pong.
Enough about how good Emi is at other things.
Not about Emi. He's great
very
at
good at ping pong.
He's very good at sports. German Texan wants to know. I like this question. Who is the funniest guy you've ever played with? And you've played with some
I have played
guys
with some
over the years.
great guys, and I think DP, you can agree with me on this one that the funnest, biggest personality I've ever been around is Kareem Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Kareem was by far just
Kareem was
one of
funny.
the best guys,
Yeah.
best human beings, hilarious, kept it light in the locker room, brought a lot of energy and laughter into the locker room, especially with KJack TV, a teammate that I loved spending time with, and I'm glad to see he's doing well in Denver.
He's still doing
but
KJack TV in
but
Denver.
He's definitely missed around here,
Yeah.
and KJack is by far.
He had this dry sense of humor. I'd like to say I kind of put KJack TV on the map
You
because
might have, yes, that's true.
I told him once he did a stand-in for us, and I was like, "You're really good at this."
What people don't realize
really
is
good
she
at this.
tried it with me first.
I scouted him. You were good.
And it did not go over very well, and then KJack TV took off. 'cause
That's when we did the
Kareem-
rotating player reporter.
We tried.
No, Kareem was like, "It's my show."
Yeah.
This is
he
now
took
the
over,
Kareem Jackson show.
and
He
it
just
was
totally took it
It was
over.
fantastic.
I was going to say Antonio Smith. He's one of my favorites.
Antonio is very,
The
yes.
Ninja,
Yes, I love the
Toaststradamus.
Ninja. Very similar, but KJack to me was just
You got
the greatest.
KJack. I like it. German Texan also wants to know, what's your most memorable football moment?
There's been a lot of great ones in the organization, but for me, my most memorable will always be our first preseason game. I had, I don't know if most people know, but I had been out of football for 2 years after college. So my first game in an NFL uniform was back home in my home state of Arizona, in front of all my family and friends. So it was special because those family and friends, those people that continued to push me for those 2 years when I wasn't playing football,
to see you
keep
play.
going. They were all there for the first
What
game.
year was
so
that?
that was great.
9?
10.
10.
2010.
So preseason, you're probably the first
Preseason
person that's ever
2010.
picked preseason 2010.
Arizona, yep.
At Arizona. I like it. That's so
Yep.
meaningful because you were like training to be an EMS.
Yeah, I was in the process of EMT graduating
yes.
and firefighting out in Arizona and all that fun stuff.
And
so.
now look at you, 200.
And here we are,
about to hit 200 games
later,
consecutive in the NFL. Okay, Christian wants to know, what is your favorite stadium to play in?
Ooh, great question. Besides
NRG,
of course.
yes.
Obviously, Arizona will always have a special place
yeah.
because it's home. But I do really enjoy playing in Kansas City. The fan base is awesome. The atmosphere is always electric. So Kansas City probably.
It feels like the fans are almost right on top of you.
They are, yeah.
The sidelines feel shorter
It's
for
one of
some
the
reason.
few stadiums where everything feels right
like
on
you're
top
in a
of
bowl.
it. Yep.
Like you're in a bowl.
Absolutely.
That's a good one. All right. What did you think of Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas? That stadium
I liked Allegiant
is
Stadium
gorgeous.
very much. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Liked it a lot. Yeah.
But not your most favorite.
Not my most
Nope.
favorite. no.
Okay. Khalid says, what position did you play growing up? You said you started long snapping in high school.
In high school, yeah. So in high school, long snapping was kind of on the back burner. I played offensive line and defensive line. I was
Okay.
an offensive tackle and a defensive tackle.
Like all in the same game?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I was a two-way
That's how high
starter.
school
I was a two-way starter in high school. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
we're on
played
the
a lot.
offensive line and we're on the
I
defensive
played
line.
left tackle and I played a 3 technique.
Okay. They're like the two most important.
I
or
really
among
enjoyed
the most
it.
important?
I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. Was those high school days where if we had 100 total plays in the game, I played 90 of them. So I loved every
Your
second of it.
conditioning must have been amazing.
It wasn't. No.
No.
It wasn't.
Wait,
It
then did
wasn't.
you go out and long snap too?
I would long snap at the same time.
You
So
were
I
like
would
all three
offense,
phases.
defense, and snap. The only thing I wasn't on was kickoff and kickoff return.
Okay.
But I was on
Well,
everything else.
that's tremendous to play
That
all
was a
three
lot of fun.
phases.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Sounds exhausting. Christina says, what's your favorite home cooked meal?
Ooh. My wife Amanda makes a killer mac and cheese and chicken enchiladas.
Okay.
So when she can get time to make those are pretty awesome. Now the mac and cheese we haven't made in a few years because it's pretty heavy because she goes pretty all out on adding the cheeses, but
Maybe for Thanksgiving? I love mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
Maybe I'll see if I can get her to make some. I'll bring some in for you.
Yeah, bring some extra. I
Yeah,
love
I'll
me
bring
some
in
mac and
for
cheese,
you.
especially
I mean,
home.
who doesn't though, right?
Who doesn't love
Who
mac
doesn't
and
love
cheese?
mac
I
and
get you on
cheese?
the heavy, but for Thanksgiving, tell her to bust it out.
I got it. I'll
Yeah?
talk to her.
Okay,
Amanda,
that's my request.
you heard
I'm
Deep.
putting in a mac and cheese
All
request
right,
with the
got
Weekses. All right, last question from Kevin. He says, everybody has their welcome to the NFL moment. What was your welcome to Houston moment?
My welcome to Houston moment. First year, we opened at home against Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
Arian Foster went off. And that was my welcome to the NFL moment, as the Houston fan base was just rocking because we got Peyton, we got him at home, we beat him. Arian went for 220, 250, something like that. Was just an awesome thing to be a part of, and just to see what the atmosphere in Houston was going to be like for the next few years was just special.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something like, well, it was July and it was 140.
No,
so,
I mean, coming from
You're
Phoenix, I'm
Arizona.
a little used to the heat, you know, but
I like your memory better.
yeah, that was a special game. That was cool to be a
All
part
right, so
of.
now I got to ask, which one's worse, Arizona Heat or Houston Heat?
The question of the day.
We asked this in camp
I
a
will
lot.
I will take Arizona 120 degrees over a humid
You
Houston
will.
day any day of the week.
Yeah, it feels very. It's just the grossest,
heat's- yeah.
driest heat I've ever felt
It's
in my
different,
life.
but I would take Arizona over.
You would?
Yeah, I'd take the
Okay.
dry over the humidity.
Well, I will take you, Mr. Weeks, any day of the week. And
thank
congrats again on the 200th
Thank you.
consecutive start. You know, you're going to be at 400 before we know it.
Oh, don't
so
say
we'll
that.
be doing this again very soon. That's going to do it for Water Break Wednesday, presented by Crown Royal. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, go Texans.
Go Texans.